Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about Halloween Resurrection. So, this film may objectively be the worst of the three we've covered. I know a lot of people try to put Freddy's Dead and Friday the 13th Part 8 as the worst, but personally, I enjoy Friday the 13th Part 8, and I don't hate Freddy's Dead. So, but out of the ones I dislike from these franchises the most, which are the Nightmare on Elm Street remake and Jason Goes to Hell, I would still say I'd put this above the remake of A Nightmare on Elm Street because I cannot stand that film, but Jason Goes to Hell is definitely better than this one because, wow, does this film negate the ending of Halloween H2O? Badly. So, let's get into it. I think that Michael has done pretty good. He's played decently by Bradley Reed. He's not that bad. I believe that's his name. If I'm wrong, I apologize. And I think that it's kind of crazy we see Rick Rosenthal come back, because as you know, he directed Halloween 2, which is my favorite sequel in this franchise, my number 2 movie in the list of my ranking. But this film, if you take Michael in a stupid way, it gets rid of Halloween H2O's ending, because I think that ending, as I spoke of in the last episode, was a really great ending point for this franchise, and basically they explain it away. So, and I think that it was a rule by Mustafa Akkad, you couldn't kill Michael because they knew they'd want a sequel. So, basically, Michael is decapitated at the end of H2O, right? So it's explained. We find out that actually Michael swapped clothes with a paramedic. So under the mask, when Laurie decapitates him, it's a paramedic. Which makes zero sense, but they try to explain it away. Well, he couldn't say it wasn't him because his throat was crushed by Michael. I mean, I guess, but couldn't he just remove the mask? Try to take it off or something? I don't know. But it's just a stupid way to get rid of that ending and keep Michael alive. Then again, though, I mean, I would like to say rest in peace, Mustafa Akkad, because unfortunately, I believe him and his daughter were killed in a terrorist attack. So, prayers to his family. I know it was like 20 years ago, but still, it's a terrible thing, and it shouldn't have happened. And I feel for all people who have to go through that. But back to the review. I also think that the way they kill Laurie in this, I really don't like. Michael basically drops her off a building because she's like this close to getting him off it, not getting him off the building and killing him. But something draws to make her want to, make sure it's him to pull the mask off after what happened in Halloween H2O. But she didn't really talk because she's basically a mute in this, selective mutism, which is kind of what Jamie was going through in Halloween 4. No, not 4, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. But, yeah, remember these movies are really good? Yeah. But, yeah, so basically Laurie dies. So that's a big bummer, and she dies in a stupid way. I still really think that this timeline, this timeline really, like, Resurrection ruins it, because I think this is a perfect timeline if you just keep it Halloween 1, 2, and H2O. Perfect timeline. Don't need nothing more than that, but Resurrection just totally destroys this timeline. To me, at least. So, let's get into the big plot of the film. We have, like, a film crew. And you gotta respect him for doing live streaming in 2002 as a plot, because it wasn't even that big then. I don't think it was big at all. And for them to, like, call it, So basically they're doing, like, a reality horror show, and our main character, she can scream really great, so she's picked by Busta Rhymes for it. And Busta Rhymes' big character traits is he loves saying, what is it? He loves karate films. So that becomes one of his character traits and things like that. And if you've seen it, Trick or Treat, motherfucker. We'll get to that scene in a little bit, but yeah, I like Busta Rhymes' music, but I'm telling you, he's not that great in this film. But this was not a serious Halloween film at all. Because, I'm gonna be honest with you, I like the plot of a streaming thing, but when you just bring it in where Michael, I think they even try to explore some of Michael's backstory, and also Michael's mask. He has his hair, the way it stands up. It's really goofy to me. The mask doesn't look that good again. And it's better. It's a lot better than H2O's mask. It's a shame H2O get the bad mask. This film would have been at least so bad it's good with the bad mask. I'm sure there's some people who get that appeal out of this film. It's a so bad it's good kind of movie, but I don't. It's just a bad way, and it's really unfortunate. This is the last bit of the H2O timeline we got, and the last bit of the original continuity before the remake came. And in a sense, we haven't got an actual film that continues off the Halloween 1 and 2 timeline since, because as you know, the remakes in their own timeline, and then the Halloween 2018 films, they only follow the original and not Halloween 2. So, yeah, and so that final scene is Michael and Busta Rhymes. I know I'm saying LL Cool J. He was in H2O. I got him mixed up for a second. But Busta Rhymes and Michael are fighting, and he says "trick or treat, motherfucker," and it just kicks him, and he falls into electrical lines. Michael does and starts getting zapped. And there's a post-credit scene. I know there's actually a planned sequel to Halloween Resurrection, but unfortunately Mustafa Akkad passed away. Like I talked about earlier, he was killed. So I'm kind of curious to see what a sequel would have looked like. But yeah, this one just it is the forgotten film in this franchise. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe it's a good thing it's forgotten, but I wouldn't say I hate this movie because, like I said, I think the live stream aspect is kind of cool, but I don't like it either. I definitely don't even. It's nowhere near liking it. It's a bad movie. I dislike it, but I don't hate it. There's only one real horror film I actually hate out of the ones we talked about so far, and that's a Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Because I love those movies, and to see that, I just cannot stand the remake. But, overall, I think Halloween is a strong franchise, but it's some films like this one this is the one that, I really can't stand, honestly. I'm not the biggest fan of Rob Zombie's first remake, so, I'll talk about that next episode. But definitely, it is a weak installment, and the way Michael gets kicked around at the end is just dumb. And there is some good gore in this film. There's the tripod kill, which I really enjoy. That's a bonus when that guy gets stabbed in the neck with the tripod. It's a good effect, but that's just one great thing about it. That and the live streaming is cool, and Michael's mask not being that bad is cool. But everything else I really don't like. And it was nice to see Jamie Lee Curtis again, even though she dies in the first 5 minutes, and she doesn't talk at all. So that's bad. But overall, it's probably a 4. Realistically, it's a 4 out of 10. It's not even halfway because, like I said, I dislike it. I don't hate it, but I just cannot like it at all. And if you can like it, that's good. That's great. I enjoy people when they like movies that other people dislike. If you enjoy something, please don't let my words, change that, because movies are very subjective, and you love what you love. And people who try to tell you a movie's bad even if a movie's bad, you can still find enjoyment out of it, and that's how I hope some people are with this one. But that's about it. I'm enjoying these Halloween reviews. I mean, I've come to the realization that Halloween. I love Michael Myers probably as a character more than Jason, but the Friday the 13th films, and now I think about it, I enjoy those a lot more. And Nightmare on Elm Street is still my favorite, definitely. So, but this is still a top 5 franchise for me. But I will probably get back to covering the Saw films. Although I got some for you guys to do after this. For me to give you guys, I'm going to be doing a review of a trilogy I've never seen before. It's a pretty modern horror trilogy, but I think it's a really good one, and I want to check them out. I'll watch them and then review them. But we still have a couple more Halloween videos to go. We have Halloween Remake, Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and the Blumhouse trilogy. So, 5 films left. I'm glad you guys came along with me in this journey. I'll be back tomorrow with Rob Zombie's Halloween 1. I'll see you then. I love you guys. Christ loves you. Take care. Stay blessed. See you in the next one.